Hi everyone, I am a very lucky girlie. I have received yet another beautiful Rita Berman book as a gift. Lovely Frances has sent this to me, so thank you so much, Frances, you're so generous. And it's the autumn book. I assume Herbst means autumn, but you can see from the front that this is the autumn book. Now autumn is probably my favourite season of the year, really, so it's a really lovely idea to have this beautiful book. So I'm very excited. So I just show you a little bit around the book. We've got the dark, it's blue actually, a bluish spine, and there's the back. As per the others of Rita's books, it's not a huge size. This is an A4 piece of paper folded in half, and you can see the size. This is smaller than Johanna Basford books, but it is square, so that's rather nice. I quite like having the smaller pages because it doesn't take so long to finish a whole page, and you know how nice it is to finish a page. But should we have a look inside? I'll move it across a little bit. Okay, so we have our sort of title page, and this one tells you other books by Rita, and we've got a very pretty leaf here on the first page. And here's our copyright, and we have a very pretty mushroomy toadstool-y type design. We'll be colouring that one at the end of the video, so if you hang around, I know some people aren't so keen on just to flip through, but there will be some colouring, so you can either skip to that bit or watch the flip through and then watch the colouring. So that's rather cute, isn't it? And here is our first page. We have a very pretty scene with fields and birds, a couple of houses and a camera with some, oh, I'm approving, pencils. Cute squirrel. Lovely little set, like a little picnic, autumnal picnic. So that's rather fun. And here we have a very, it's quite an interesting page this, isn't it? We have a few different styles of flower and then these sort of stems. It's really quite stylistic. I think it's really interesting. That's a fun one to do. And lovely little mice, aren't they cute? I think they're harvest mice, I'm assuming. Now the pages of this book, I like all Rita's books, they're pretty good. They work well with all brands that I've tried in her other books that I've got, all brands of pencil, and they're fairly thick, which is rather nice. We've got a very pretty sort of just design page here and a lovely apple. I really like this picture, it's very pretty. Ooh, and we have another scene. Just the pages are thicker than I think they should be. I don't know whether they're thicker than her other books or not, but it also looks, I think it's my light. I think it doesn't look white, but I've got my light on. I'm wondering if it's just the light. This one looks whiter. I don't think it is. I think it's my light's quite yellowy today. It's I've popped it on because it's evening and I wasn't sure how dark it really was. So we've got some really pretty fields, lovely houses in the distance, and some apples and different bits and pieces. We've got this sort of harvesty corn. I'm sorry about the dog. I don't know if you can hear the little dog crying outside. I think it's okay. There are lots of people out there, but it's sad. But we have some fruit here, so that's rather nice, sort of harvesty page, and mainly apples and pears, I think. I'm just having a look. We've got a few berries, and that's rather fun. And some, I love it when you cut apples like that, and they make, well, they make it a little star shape if you cut them across ways. So here's the apple. If you cut it that way, which you would normally cut it that way, if you cut it that way, you get a little star in the middle like this. It's rather fun. Try it if you haven't tried it. It's good fun. Makes it hard to core, but it's just fun. Ah, cute little birds. Look, we got some berries. It looks really romantic. Look at them. So cute, and lovely acorns in this one. More cute birds. And so you could do them colourful, you could do them plain. And there's lots of options there. Ooh, a dandelion page. Very pretty. Very pretty. Now we have a basket of apples. Apples very autumnal, but I do like colouring baskets, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We've got berries. I love berries. Berries. Look at this. How very different. It's just very, very plain. I've never seen a picture that Rita's done as plain as this. That's really interesting. And, you know, a lot of fun, I think, to colour, but really different. How very interesting. Well, this is fun. I've coloured a picture really similar to this that wasn't by Rita from a, what's from the Sea of Flowers book. There's some flowers that look like this. I mean, obviously they're sort of petal shape, but they look quite teardroppy, and that's fun. I like that. That'd be interesting to colour. Oh, we have a sort of florals here, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. We have a lovely pair. Oh, he's having a good sing-song. Oh, it's raining. We have our line of trees. Look how interesting they look. All sorts of different patterns, but lots of rain. It does rain in autumn. I'm sorry we're not exactly in shot. It's quite hard to get it exactly lined up. And so here we have another sort of pattern page, which I find are quite fun and a little bit different, which is always nice. And we have a turkey, very sort of Thanksgiving-y, I guess. Not that we do that here in the UK, but that's quite fun. And we have these look like silver birch trees to me. It's very pretty, leaves are falling, lovely mushrooms to colour, very nice. What fun. Ooh, we have lots of corn. That's really interesting. But look, this one looks perhaps most like real corn, and then we've got different designs inside, so you can have a lot of fun. How interesting, and a sort of pattern. That's going to be a fun one, isn't it? Lovely, lovely sunflowers. Really pretty. And what's this? It's a really interesting, look at that. My brain's already going purple, dark purple, greens. I've got all sorts of ideas. That's good. And we have another lovely, look at the little bird. And we have the seeds there too. What a lot of fun. Ooh, all the veggies growing along. Turnips and carrots and I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter, does it? Beetroot, maybe? Lots of fun. And this one, I think it's potatoes. I remember thinking when I first saw that picture that it was money, like a money tree. I think it's potatoes. I am silly. So we have a very interesting floral here. Look at that. And I'm getting distracted. We have very pretty berries and flowers and things. That's really lovely. And this one, what on earth can we do with that? Pastel, a few hints of colour here and there, a bit of glitter, I don't know. Not sure. Oh, lots of veggies, nice veggies to colour. So we've got all sorts of things going on. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose. And a flower here too, peas and different things. Lovely, nice. I like these sorts of pages because you can just dip in and out and you get a sense of accomplishment and just by finishing one little element, because they're not all linked together in the same way as you would with this page where we have, this is a whole double page spread, very pretty. This is from the cover and the kite's going across, but there's so much going on. Even if I just finished this, I wouldn't feel so that I'd accomplished so much because I would still have all this. Perhaps it doesn't make sense, I don't know. And this is very pretty. It's quite a dark, this one's quite dark, but I like that. It's fun, very thick lines and things. It's really different. And we have this one. This is nice. This is a bit like the one at the front, but again it's quite dark. I like it. Nice little berries. Now, oh look how cute is that? Look, he's got all sorts of bits caught on his spot. Oh, are we hanging the mushrooms up to dry to get some dried mushrooms? What fun. Lovely. That's a brilliant picture. Lots of lovely leaves, so you can just practice all your different leaf colour combinations. Lots of autumnal possibilities with that. Very nice. What do we have here? Grapes. Lovely. I love colouring grapes. Great fun. I think I did one quite recently with a grape mandala, didn't I? We have all the vineyards underneath. That's fun. Lots of fun florals here. So they're rather, look at this, looks like a chrysanthemum. Really pretty. Lots of fun. You could do them all similar colours or all different colours. Now we've got a sort of swoosh of leaves. I like that. All sorts of different ones. We've got a few berries in there as well. Lots of different designs and shapes and styles, and they sort of seem to go from big to small. I think it's real fun. What do we have here? I'm trying to work out what's going on here. I think we're sort of I don't know, is it like flowers? Or not sure. Could do that any way you wanted really, couldn't you? Do anything. Now here we definitely have a pumpkin, but it's raining, so and we have a pretty flower there as well, so that's rather nice. Ooh, look at all those. It's a really different drawing style again. It's quite thick pen. That's okay. And we have all these different mushrooms. I do like those. Look, it's this sort of puff ball one that explodes. It puffs out poison, I think, doesn't it? I think I'm probably wrong, but they're fun. And look at this, is another one which is more scaled back, so there's less detail in there. So that's really interesting. And we've got different mushrooms and the lovely snail. It's fun. I'm trying to colour a Rita snail. I've been seeing pictures of them everywhere, people having coloured them, and I haven't found one. I think there might be one in her Lander book. I'm not sure. Anyway, we have loads more pumpkins, so when we come to October and sort of Halloween's around the corner, there's a lovely page to do. Oh, and more. Wow, this one again a bit more scaled back, but it means that you can colour them in a very different way to this one. That's rather good. And these leaves are really pretty, aren't they? Oh wow, lots and lots and lots of different mushrooms, toadstools to colour. How lovely. I do love them. Not sure what's going on here again. Are these like seeds, dandelions, magic? I don't know. Takes imaginations, isn't it? I think that's great fun. It's got trees, lovely houses. It's quite a lot of houses, isn't there, which I think is always fun. And houses is something that we don't always colour so often. So, oh, welly boots and an umbrella. Need that. It's always raining. It's raining here as well. Oh gosh, lots of rain. Now I'm thinking, what is that? Is that lightning? Is that a river running through a landscape? I don't know. I think I would, but that looks more rivery, and that's a path? Fields? I really don't know. What fun to just try and imagine and think about what to do with that page. We have a really, really pretty leaf, another snail. Lovely, look at that, very pretty. And inside we've got all sorts of different shapes to colour. Oh, now this is a very pretty page. It looks like we've got a sort of wooden tree bark and all sorts of lovely things. Lovely dragonfly and lovely berries and things. It's really pretty. And we have a little sleepy owl asleep in the tree. And we have all sorts of different things on this page to colour. So we've got lots of mushrooms, little critters. Look at him. Oh, so cute. And again, little bunny, owl. It's such a lovely, and got some nice berries, leaves, all sorts going on. A lovely page. I think that there's a similar page to this in the spring and the summer books. We have, I'm thinking geese. That's what I'm thinking. Probably. And they're flying over this lovely landscape. I mean, obviously this isn't strictly autumnal. I guess they're migrating, maybe. But swans, do geese migrate? Swans do. Don't know. You can make these fields and things look quite autumnal if you wanted to. We could just do any season, really. Now we have a very pretty page with lots of acorns and berries. Strawberry. Yum, blackberries. What fun. Lovely page. And this one is really pretty. It's Christmassy almost, but we've got snow. Of course we do get snow in autumn sometimes. We've got lots of lovely berries. It's a really nice page. We've got quite a snowy scene going on here with our mountains and pine trees and a little village down here. Looks like there's some water and some almost like glaciers. That's fun, isn't it? Oh, and then we're done. And look, the next book advertises the winter book, which certainly makes sense. And there's this one which I got a little while ago, and there's this one that I got a little while ago, so I'm a very lucky girl. So what a very pretty book. So we're going to do some colouring as I promised. I'm going to do this little one. Oh, I'm just grabbing some paper to put underneath. There we go. And let's come in a little bit closer. It's quite an interesting design. Now I grabbed a set of pencils, just a little Derwent Chromaflow set to come through with me. I didn't bring my fancy sharpener. Anyway, let's just, you can see I use them quite a lot. Look, some of them are getting really short. But anyway, let's have a think about how to colour this one. So I'm thinking maybe I'll start with the, I'm going to start with this bottom bit here. Now in the Chromaflow set I've only got quite a light grey, this one which is called Platinum. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start, I'm going to use a little bit of brown, this is called Natural Brown first, and then I'm going to add some grey as well. So I'm going to put some of this Natural Brown on each side and then move it towards the centre, but try and make it lighter here. I don't think that's quite light enough. I'm going to add a bit more on the edge and here, and then make it lighter as we go towards the middle. I'm just going to wipe my nose, sorry. It's been a bit of a cooler day today, which is nice, but we're about to get a really, really stupidly hot spell. We've got all sorts of heat warnings and things like that going on. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky, but afterwards it's going to go really cool and rain. So it's just a matter of, for people like me who aren't fond of the heat, to just sort of look forward to, I know it's not very good wishing your life away, but look forward to the cooler day, just knowing that it's not going to last is the thing. So tomorrow it's not going to be too warm, and then it's going to start creeping up, and I think it's because it's 23 degrees today, I think 24, 25 maybe, and then this will be the same for a couple of days. I'm going to go over with my grey now. I'm going to just go over all of it just to tone it down, make it look slightly less brown, and then it's going to get up to, I think it's going to go up to 30 degrees on Saturday, and then 34 and 35 on Monday and Tuesday, and then back down to 23 on Wednesdays. It's quite a big difference in temperatures, which I think is partly why we struggle so much. I don't know if that happens in other countries. I'm going to do this one with this. I'm just going to do an even layer to start with. Whether it's just us, where we get these such extreme, it's very difficult to get used to the heat when it doesn't last very long, and then it sort of jumps back up from such a high temperature to such a low one all the time. Okay, now I want to do the top of this one in red. I've got two reds in this set. I think I'm going to choose the Scarlet just because it's really nice and bright. Excuse me, sorry, it's evening, my voice is starting to run out. I haven't been recording anything today because it's my husband's birthday, and but I really wanted to have a look at this book, and I wanted to look at it with you, so I came up to record. And I've got quite a funny story actually. I'm just going to try and make these lines lighter towards the middle, so a bit more layers here and less as I go through. Yeah, he decided he had some money for his birthday. He wanted to go to Hobbycraft and spend it, so I went with him. And I thought, oh, if I spend some money in Hobbycraft, because I actually have a bit of money to spend, I can do a haul video, you know, these where people show all the things they bought. And I didn't buy anything. So that was that. I was after some stickles and some washi tape, and they didn't have either. I said, do you have stickles? And she looked at me blankly. And I said, it's like glitter glue. And she went, oh, we have glitter glue in the children's area. I said, no, it's not really quite the same. Well, I did go and have a look in the children's area, but the glitter glue they had there was a really thick, it was a brush. It wasn't quite as thick as this brush, but it was quite a thick brush. I was like, no, that's not really what I like. The stickles having a very thin end. I'm going to try and make the swirls nearer to the centre a little bit lighter than the ones nearer the edge. Just put a little bit less layers on, really. So anyway, I didn't find what I wanted, but my husband found what he wanted, and it's his birthday, so that was good. He wanted a paper cutter because he makes his bookmarks, and the guillotine that we've got is not particularly good at cutting really small items because you can't, the scale on there, you know, I don't know, if you've got a guillotine you might have one that has markings on so you know where to cut and you can line it up to get a straight line. Well, ours has that, but they start so that when you're cutting the things are quite big, so he hasn't got the right markings for a bookmark. He has to guess, and of course it's not easy to get it straight, so go a bit wonky. So with these, I start dark there. I think I'm just going to fade them across. He found got a couple of paper cutting things. He got something else. What's the other thing he got? I'm trying to remember. So I've looked at their colouring books too, and they had Johanna's Christmas, one copy, and that was the only Johanna Basford book they had. They had a few Millie Marottas. They had, I'm going to try and make these at this side a little bit darker. They had Wildlife Wonders, which I've got. They had one on birds, and I can't remember the other one, but Wildlife Wonders is a compilation book, so I've sort of got some pictures from those in it. They had a sort of Millie Marotta journal, which was quite nice, but you couldn't open it and look in. Oh, you could. I looked inside, but the lines in it were really close together, so I was like, not sure about that. And I'm trying to decide on my colour for this one. I've got an idea. I am going to do around each of those circles with this colour, which is the Golden Sun. And I'm going to do it quite even. I'm not going to worry about shading on these. Just going to do them even. Quite heavy-handed, not too heavy. I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. Oh, we bought some paper, I think. I think he bought some paper. Can't remember. Anyway. Oop. Yeah, when I said try not to be too heavy-handed, that's why you should try not to be too heavy-handed. Oh dear. I think I've splodged there. We'll have a look in a minute. Let's wipe that. Yeah, there's a bit of a splodge. I'm just going to clear that off with my eraser if I can. I may not be able to, but I'm going to use a different colour. I was going to use the darker colour, so I will use that. And this is the colour I'm going to use. This is the burnt sienna, so it's a sort of darker version of this. And I'm going to try to make it darker on the edges and a bit lighter towards the middle if I can. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, we found out this evening that my husband's phone, when it's on silent, which it is, it doesn't do anything. So he'd had several people try and telephone him today on his mobile, and nobody could get through because it was on silent, and he didn't hear it ring. So, and one of the two people actually called while we were out. The children were here. So I say they're children, they're 16, and they weren't interested in coming. So we left them at home. This is the Basil. I'm going to use it for these. So I'm going to do a darker layer at the bottom and less at the tip. I just think it's a fun way to colour these sort of grassy type shapes. And then I've got these berries to do. I got a little plan. So I'm going to start my berries with the magenta and a light layer. So we've just got a pink base really, like that. And then use the a violet to do a bit more. It's a bit blunt. Just going to give it a sharpen. There we go. Try not to break it. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edge with the violet and gently bring it in and fade it so that hopefully you see a little bit of the pink through. Just softens it a little bit. It gets a nice colour. And the last one. And then we're going to turn our attention to the leaf. Now, it's quite an interesting leaf. We've had these dots and we have these. I'm going to decide, are we actually going to take notice of the dots and do them a different colour? Or are we just going to do the whole thing one colour? What are we going to do? Well, I think I probably am going to ignore the dots and just use my Basil to start with to start to colour this end. And I'm just going to colour over the top of them and let them sort of show through, because my colouring isn't that dark. We'll still be able to see that pattern. I'm going to do a darker bit here as well, and then reduce that towards the middle of the leaf, leaving some white at the minute, like that. And then I'm going to go to a green. I'm actually going to use the Foliage because I rather like it, and I'm going to go over the top of everything. So I'm really going to layer it up down here where we want it dark, and then reduce it towards the centre. And the same here. So quite a lot of layers at the bottom of the leaf, like this. And less towards the middle, so we've still got some, but not lots. And it's green, but it's not too deep in the middle. Okay, let's take a look at that in the camera. Yeah, and because it's lighter here, it can give the illusion that that bit of the leaf is a bit closer to us than the rest, to sort of emphasise its shape. So there we go. I'm going to leave that there. So there is our sort of little pretty little design on the front of the book. So there we go. So I hope that was okay. As you can see, it's a lovely book, and again thank you so much to Francis who sent that over to me. I'm looking forward to doing more pictures. Whether I do them soon or I might wait until I've got the summer book. Obviously I am making a series from the summer book at the moment, so I may wait till autumn to do some, but we'll see. I may not be able to wait, but it's so lovely to have another Rita Berman book to pick from, especially one with such beautiful autumnal pictures. So thank you for watching anyway. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.